Oh, hello there. And we are here for a double A-League watch-along. 2 games kicking off simultaneously tonight. And a couple games that are crucial for the makeup of the top 6. Sydney FC hosting Adelaide United. Their final game being played at Cogra. And then Melbourne Victory. Brisbane Roar. Victory heading into that game as favourites. Brisbane Roar, a disappointing season for them. It is all but over for Brisbane Roar. After drawing against Western Sydney Wanderers just a few days ago. Of course, all these teams featuring in pretty big clashes over the weekend. Adelaide United 1-0 over Macarthur. We saw Sydney FC, a massive 5-0 win. No one saw it coming against Martin Central Coast Mariners. And of course, Melbourne Victory, that really impressive 3-0 win in the derby, which is really... Melbourne Victory is an interesting one. They're really making a big push towards the end of this season. And it's been 2 teams the whole way to the top, Western United and Melbourne City, the 2 other Victorian sides. But the way it's looking, Melbourne Victory are a chance for the top 2, which is massive considering that they finished last season. And of course, we're going to be here to react with you guys to all the action. And I see you guys in the chat. Adrian, I am well, man. I'm doing well. Keen for this. Keen for tonight, man. We haven't been able to do too many double watch-alongs. Of course, mostly on Saturdays we get the dual kickoffs. Usually, but for the past few weekends, the only reason why we haven't been doing them is because we've been doing. I've been at the games. You know, Mariners have been playing and stuff like that. So, so good to see you guys here. I hope you guys are having a good week so far. It is midweek. It is midweek football, but the games are just about to kick off. So let's jump into some lineup news, shall we? Of course, we've got plenty of lineups to keep an eye on. We'll start off with Sydney FC, Adelaide United. This is actually my first time seeing the lineups. I haven't had a chance to look at them yet, so this is my live reaction. So Redmayne back in goals for Sydney FC. Hewitt Bell played against the Mariners. Same back 4, Grant, Wilkinson, Wall and Talbot. Caceres, Yazbek, Retre, Ninkovic, Bahagia, Lafondra. So interestingly enough, Max Burgess drops out, replaced by Patrick Yazbek in midfield. And then for the Reds, do they have any changes? Well, it looks like Lockie Barr is back in defence. That backline containing Lopez, Barr, Popovic, Cavallo. Good to see Isai is back in midfield. He'll be partnering one day. Zach Clough, Brook, Goodwin, Ibasuki. That's a pretty strong attacking lineup for Adelaide United. Of course, still missing some key names in defence. When you look at their bench, the 2 teams' benches, you can see there Mustafa, Amini, Bobo, Narsing. I mean, some quality off the bench for Sydney FC. Max Burgess is there as well. That's a shame, man. I'm sort of disappointed that Max Burgess wasn't given another start. I really rate him. And he'll be starting off the bench for this game. But you can see there for Adelaide United, Ryan Kitto's on the bench. Louis Dorigo's back. George Timotheo as well back from injury. You got Bernardo Oliveira, Costandopoulos, George Blackwood. That's a pretty decent bench for Adelaide United. So they've got some options there as well. But for me, what are you guys' predictions for this one? I'm back in Sydney FC. I think after that confidence-boosting 5-0 win, I think they will get 3 points in that one. Let's check the lineups between Melbourne Victory, Brisbane Roar. Again, this is the first time I'm checking these lineups, and it looks like it is an identical lineup, or almost, to the one we saw in the Melbourne Derby. Brendan Ham, I believe it was Matt Sporanovic who played in defence in the Melbourne Derby. So Gary Davidson there in the back line, of course. Ryan Marchand, Brillante in midfield. And that attacking quartet, which has been so dangerous all season and was on fire in the Melbourne Derby. Rojas, of course, 2 superb goals. Jake Brimmer, Ben Falami, Nick D'Agostino. And let's check the Brisbane lineup as well, of course. Giving some minutes to some young guys. You can see Jazz Lofthouse getting a rare start in the wide positions, generally playing with a 3 centre-back system, Brisbane Roar. So whether they shift from that, though, because it looks to me like there's only 2 real out-and-out central defenders there in Scott Neville and Kai Truman. So no, of course, Tom Aldred, that's right, suspension due to the red card on the weekend against Western Sydney Wanderers. So might be a back 4. Might be what we see there on paper for Brisbane Roar. Both Juan Lascano and Luka Vandevich starting up top. The benches, pretty standard stuff by the looks of things. Lee Broxham, Chris Economides there on the bench for Victory. And then potentially some more minutes for some young guys, the likes of Alex Parsons, Cyrus Demi, Eli Adams as well, Anton Milanaric. So, look, man, again, one of those games where Victory should be going into that game as favourites. But we've learned, if we've learned anything in the A-League in recent weeks, it is never have a prediction, because it's the most dangerous thing, man. Even if there's the clearest of favourites, you just never know. You never know, man. Stephen saying, reckon 2-0 Sydney. Xander says, reckon 3-2 to Sydney. Alfie Bahagia, Burgess off the bench to score. Love it. 4-1 to Victory, says Jacko. I could see that happening. A big win for Melbourne Victory. 3-1 win for Sydney as well. 2-1 City, says Toxins. So glad you guys are here for the watch along, man. I'm keen for this. I've got 20,000 computer screens in front of me right now and ready to consume all of the action. And we'll be reacting to all of the action live here as the teams look like, or across both games, are out on the pitches. And very shortly going to get underway. And of course, also the clock. Of course, there's only one clock. The clock will be tracking this Sydney-Adelaide game, just so you know, the Sydney-Adelaide game. So the clock will be tracking that game. So just so you know, because just in case, to avoid any confusion. And we are shortly going to get underway, man. Especially keen for the Sydney-Adelaide game. It's because both those sides are, level with each other, well, almost level with each other on the ladder, 4th versus 5th. Whoever wins that game goes a long way to securing their place in the top 6. Sydney FC, I think, especially need to win, considering that after this, they only have a couple of A-League games, right? Because they go to play Champions League in a few days, hey? So, keen for this one. Very, very excited for this game, man. Alrighty. Toxins asks, you doing a Perth watch-along? Won't be doing a watch-along for the Perth game tomorrow because I'll be in Parramatta for the Mariners-Wanderers game, which I'm very much looking forward to as well. Lockie, I'm Furious George, changed my channel name. Thanks, Jacka, for letting me know, man. Glad you're here as always. Going for Sydney FC tonight, says Stephen. Sky Blues. Can they continue that form that they the form of that 5-0 win? But dude, the 5-0 win, which again, of course, I was at that game. And we're about to get underway here in Sydney. Of course, the clock that you're seeing here is synced up with the Sydney-Adelaide game, which has just gotten underway. So we're going to get that clock ticking in just a second. Here we go. And, of course, keeping an eye on both games here. But we are underway. In at least in the Sydney-Adelaide game, Brisbane and Victory about to get kicked off as well. Here we go. Marcus says, MacArthur might drop out of the 6 despite the pre-season credibility. It's interesting. Yeah, Mark, I mean, it's an interesting one, Marcus, when you look at the teams and, like, if Mariners, if Newcastle, if one of those teams, Wellington are going to catch the 6, who is it going to be to drop out? MacArthur could be the ones, man. They've just been so inconsistent this year. But again, you never know when they do have quality players. All right, both games are underway. The Brisbane Victory game just a little bit behind the Sydney-Adelaide game, according to my streams. Let's see. Craig Goodwin looking to build this early attack. Would love for some upsets, man. I mean, honest, like, looking at these games as a Mariners fan, like, I almost feel like it's a bit out of touch. Like, had Mariners won the Sydney game on the weekend, I would have been really heavily invested in this game, like wanting one of these teams to win. But honestly, I think for teams that are chasing the 6, like Mariners, like Newcastle, like Wellington, I don't think it's a matter of finishing 4th, 3rd, 4th, 5th. I think it's 6th place now. I think it's going to be like that, man. I think it's going to be like that. Sydney or Adelaide, your prediction? I'm back in 2-1 Sydney. I'm saying 2-1 Sydney. What do you think, Brock? What do you think? I just think after, I know Adelaide won on the weekend, but after Sydney smashed Mariners 5-0, they should have enough. They should, I think at home, they should win this game. Look, dude, looks like a decent crowd. Of course, it's been raining. So many, especially midweek games, it's been raining in Sydney and Cogra. But decent weather. We have Lopez. Ben Wall bouncing ball, but Walland has to clear. And for Melbourne Victory Brisbane, man, I would love to see Brisbane get an upset win, which look is unlikely, very unlikely. But it looks like for Brisbane Roar that they may indeed be running that 4-4-2 that we suspected. Scott Neville and Kai Truan in central defence. Sydney are favourites by miles, says Brock. Adelaide haven't won in years in the Sydney versus Sydney FC. Of course, these two teams at this stadium met in the semi-finals last year where Sydney did pick up that victory over Adelaide United. Can Adelaide get revenge over the Sky Blues? And can Brisbane rescue some pride for this season? Marcus is saying 2-2 draw for Sydney Adelaide. I could see it happening if Adelaide can stay with them. As I mentioned earlier, having a look at the lineups, for the Adelaide lineup, it's not too bad. Like, you know, with Isaias and one day in midfield, and then in front of him, I mean, like Ibisuki, Clough, Brook, Goodwin. There's goals in that Adelaide side, man. Obviously, defensively, they've been struggling to have a consistent defensive, central defensive pairing as well. So here comes Talbot down the left. Sydney FC. Brock says Ibisuki 5 goals in 14 games. Not heaps great for a striker. I think it's okay. I don't think it's that bad. 5 goals in 14 games for a player who, you know, only just arrived in Australia a few months ago. He's not necessarily the kind of striker who's gonna. I don't think he's necessarily there to like bag heaps of goals anyway. He's there as more of a focal point for the attack. And that's okay when you have players like Craig Goodwin, like Lockie Brook, like Mo Toure, who can come off the bench and score goals, you know? If you have players like that around him that can score goals, like use Ibisuki as that target man, and the other players can score around him, which they have done at times this season. And he's just there to, you know, he's a poacher, he's a goal poacher, and win those aerial duels, and he's done it. He's done it on a few occasions already this season. Toxin says you should do a season review of every team at the end of the season. So you supporting Glory? Oh, is that because of the purple lights? I was so confused for a second. I was like, Glory, and then I realized the purple. No, don't read into the lights too much. Usually we do a thing like with a watch along. Obviously we do like it's generally like a single game watch along, and generally I have like the lights for like one team and the other team. But because 4 teams were playing, I just left it. So no Perth Glory supporting going here, and here at Coast Watch Football, certainly not. Oh, dude, victory almost in. Marco Rojas close. The man in form, Marco Rojas. 2 superb goals in the Melbourne derby on the weekend. His brimmer. As Sydney FC look to push forward. This is maybe like the 3rd double watch along we've done, and it's quite a skill to try and keep an eye on all the action. Both teams getting forward. Sydney FC. Oh, it's a goal! What a goal! Ryan Grant. What a start for Sydney FC. Oh my God. What a goal! Ryan Grant, what a finish. Well, we've got an early goal in Sydney. Sky Blues are up. Nothing Joe Gauchi could do about that. Wow. Jezza Boy loves it in the chat. The delivery from Caceres, great run. Grant, who just goes behind Cavallo, and that's a great goal, man. Off the underside of the crossbar, tapping it in. That's a really nice finish, man. That's a really nice finish. Just the inside of the left boot. Up off the crossbar. Joe Gauchi had no idea. Oh, that's a great goal. What a ball from Caceres, though. What a ball from Caceres. Wow. So Sydney FC up 1-0 over Adelaide. A big goal for Sky Blues fans. And they're securing their place in the top 6. Wow, dude. What is Josh Cavallo doing, says Brock. He was what you could see. He was like he knew he was there, Cavallo, and he tried to track him, but Grant just got to the ball first. Cavallo needed to clear that. Where can you watch the match? Both matches are available to watch on Paramount Plus if you're viewing in Australia. Adelaide looking to hit back straight away. Isaias going forward through ball. Oh, it's not going to stay in. Wow, Cameron says Cavallo's an attacker, not a defender. I mean, yeah, he started off as a midfielder, didn't he? Back in the Melbourne City days and at Western United, and sort of turned into a bit of a hybrid left back at Adelaide United. But I think you might be right, Cameron. Maybe he is more suited in a midfield sense. Luca, you can watch the match on Paramount Plus. Both matches on Paramount Plus. Which as a boy says, what a ball from Caceres. Dude, peach of a pass, wasn't it? Absolutely beautiful delivery. He's had a very good season, Caceres. He's been one of their better players. We have to give that to him. But a great goal and an ideal start for Sydney FC. Puts them in front. Puts them in front. Wow, dude. So Adelaide can't really afford to lose this match. The exciting thing, especially about the Sydney-Adelaide game, is Adelaide can't really afford to lose this game because then they'd run the risk of slipping. Getting caught by one of the teams that are chasing. Of course, a lot of teams chasing the top 6 have games in hand on, well, both of these teams, but whoever loses this game, they'll be worried. They certainly will be. Ryan Grant, that's right, Xander. Ryan Grant, what a goal. All right, Caceres looking to go through Grant as well as one day. That's a corner. It's a corner for Sydney FC. One day can't keep it in. Interesting that that Adelaide aren't. It's sort of weird that Adelaide, out of all the kits they're wearing against Sydney FC, is their blue one. Like they have a red one and the dope salmon pink one. Which easily could have worn either of those, but they wore the blue one against a blue team. I don't get that. Like any of those kits would have been either of those other kits would have been better. Couchy's punch, only as far as Retray. Swings it across for Caceres, who delivers again. Here we go. Oh, Lafondra. Fresh off a hat-trick on the weekend on the Central Coast. Couldn't get his head into that one. Brisbane Roar looking to get it forward in that game. And the Brisbane Roar game, we're just heading towards 9 minutes. So almost a minute behind the Sydney-Adelaide game. Of course, just a reminder, the clock that you're seeing down in the middle there is tracking the Sydney-Adelaide game. The Sydney-Adelaide game. Clock is on the Sydney-Adelaide game. Melbourne victory. Neither side yet to really fashion a crucial opportunity yet in victory, Brisbane. Rojas came close, didn't quite get connection on it. Victory have won a decent free kick in a decent position, though. Brillante earning the foul. Talbot. Ooh, sneaky ball. Looking for it. Looking for that run. Marcus says, I don't understand why Spiranovic can't catch the attention of many clubs. He's actually a solid defender. People say Popovic is is the one who pulled him out of obscurity. I'd sign Spiranovic for a club. Oh, dude, he's a class defender. Yeah, for sure. He's a former Socceroo. Former Socceroo. Got COVID. Xander says got COVID yesterday. Sitting in bed, enjoying some good football. Hope you're doing okay, Xander. And Sydney FC might be in again for you, Xander. Here's Bahagia. Oh, so close. Oh, was that a shot? Was that a pass? I think it was a pass from Bahagia. He sort of just finessed it across the face of goal. So close for Lafondra. Sydney FC. Great little move. Talbot's been getting better. Here's a free kick for Melbourne victory in their game. Long range ghosting in his... Was that Rojas? Falami? That was Miranda ghosting in. Set piece doesn't quite work out for Melbourne victory. Still searching for their first real opportunity of the game. Alrighty. Here we go. Lockie Brook on the attack for Adelaide. Delivers. Walland away. Only as far as Yavi Lopez. That was a bit of a random ball to no one. Ooh, Lopez. Nice delivery. Here's a chance, Adelaide. Oh, Zach Clough just stumbles on it in the box. Well done, Yavi Lopez, to get around there. Tested's in here. How's it going, Tested, Aussie? Football always improves the mood, says Jezza Boy. Doesn't it just? It's a great community time, you know? All right. Where will the next goal come? Brisbane are all holding their own against Melbourne victory so far, but it is victory who are dominating things at the moment. Xander says, I think it was a cross from Bahagia. Love those cross. And there might be another cross coming up here, actually. Here's Talbot. Oh, surely won the foul. Callum Talbot tripped up by one day in a good position just out wide. Chance for a set piece here for Sydney FC. Yeah, just a word on Callum Talbot, man. I mean, he's come into this side sort of halfway through this season, I guess. And has looked real good, whether he's playing right back, left back. I think the first game where he really impressed was that Big Blue down in Melbourne, where I think he came off the bench, right? I think he came off the bench. And he's been getting game time ever since. Here's Caceres' free kick. Victory in it as well. Sydney free kick goes out for a corner. Both action was happening at the same time there. Awkward timing for both. Melbourne Victory almost fashioning an opportunity. Brisbane just looking to hold things out at the moment. It's going to be an Anthony Caceres corner. Marcus is not a big fan of the early lead. Not a big believer in the early lead. Got to keep the concentration for the whole 90. That's true. Caceres with a deep delivery on the corner. Still on for Sydney FC. Yazbek on the left. Cross. Cleared away by... Is that Clough? So, it certainly is Sydney FC and Melbourne Victory, who are both looking the dominant of the two teams across both of these games. Here comes Falami for Victory. Checking in the box. 1-2. Doesn't work out with D'Agostino. Brisbane are going to clear. Oh, dude, given away at the back by Brisbane. Davidson delivers away by Neville. Good to see Jess Lofthouse on the pitch for Brisbane Roar. So it is a 4-4-2. Left, Jez Lofthouse and Henry Hall playing in the wide positions. Akbari O'Shea through the middle. Oh, Bahagia through the middle. Oh, Trent Bahagia for Sydney FC. So close. Joe Gauchi, well done. Joe Gauchi staying strong in the one-on-one. Wow. Trent Bahagia. That's why he's there, man. His pace in behind. You're not stopping him. We saw it in the Sydney derby. Just a couple weeks ago. Xander says, Ninkovic, what a pass. Bahagia very close indeed. Sydney FC. Marcus says Wellington Phoenix are a soft spot team for me, especially now that Tim Payne plays for them. It's like that for... I find a lot of fans say a similar thing. Just because they're obviously not the only non-Australian side. Hey, here comes Lafondra down the right. Popovic gets the block, and it's going to be a corner for Sydney FC once again, who are dominating the passage of play at the moment. Stephen in the chat saying, come on, Sydney FC. Good to see a lot of Sky Blue support in the chat. Quickly taking corner for Sydney FC. Caceres taking it to the line. And Wilkinson's header is tipped over by Gauchi. Another corner. How many corners is that now for Sydney FC? 5, 6? They've had a couple set pieces too. They're not sitting back on this one-goal lead, certainly. That's for sure, Sydney FC. We saw them bag 5 on the weekend against Central Coast Mariners. How many will they grab here? And how long until Adelaide get themselves back in this game? Caceres' delivery isn't the best. It's going to flow out. Oh, Rojas getting in behind here for Melbourne Victory. Taken on Nick Olsen. Rojas in the box. Has to play it off for Davidson. Falami. Oh, great cutback, Ben Falami. Here's Raimashan. Oh, great block and still on for Rojas. Dude, desperate defending Brisbane. Oh my gosh. How's that not gone in? Back in. Falami, who's missed. Sends it high. But the offside flag is up. Dude, drama in Melbourne Victory, Brisbane. Big opportunities there. Big opportunities there for Victory. Ninkovic has won it here. Sydney FC with another chance here to get forward. Retre. Great challenge. Isaias. Great challenge. Wins the ball back. Adelaide can counter-attack. Here we go. Craig Goodwin, that's the man who you want on the ball. One of the best players in the A-League, Craig Goodwin. Adelaide win a free kick in the attacking half. LaFondra Hattie coming in, says Connor. Alfie's getting 5, says Xander. Maybe a late push for the Golden Boot race, even though he's only got a few goals, has he? Here's Ibasuki for Adelaide. Can they fashion their first real attack of the game? Yavi Lopez on the right. This is nice. Lopez delivers away by Wilkinson. Sydney. Oh, they haven't dealt with it. It's still in the box. Oh, Lockie Brook goes down. I don't think it's a penalty. It's a clean tackle. And it's cleared away by Sydney FC. Wow. Well, we're trying to go the other way to LaFondra. He wants to get on the end of everything. Here comes Rojas for Melbourne victory in the other game. Rojas' delivery. Away by Truman. Damn. Brisbane Roar just getting bossed at the moment. Melbourne victory. Controlling this game. Almost 20 minutes in. An exciting start to both of these games, man. Who's watching both games right now and the watch along? That's what I want to know. Who's because honestly, like I don't expect anyone because that's a lot of screens. But who's watching both games and the watch along right now? Let me know. Here comes Lockie Brook. Brook still going and the strike. Oh, dude, the strike wasn't bad. Lockie Brook was super sneaky looking for that near post. Just went wide though. Only has 6 this season, LaFondra. Just get a hat-trick every game, eh? Connor says, Rojas has been phenomenal. I'd be watching that one if Sydney weren't also playing. Dude, Rojas, I mean, especially after that Melbourne derby, just next level. Next level. Cameron says, I think Adelaide would be better with a 5-3-2 formation with the defence we have, plus Timotheo, then one day Isaias, Brook in midfield, Ibasuki, Goody up top. Could be interesting. I think I just lack the numbers in defence for that. That's the only problem. Because the problem for Adelaide has just been like, too many injuries to central defenders. When you look at Nick Ansell, Jacob Tratt, Jakobsen, Timotheo, Lockie Barr just recently came back from injury. So many defenders injured. Here's Goodwin. Sends it high. So if they had all their centre backs fit, they probably could make that work. Actually, yeah, they could. But I can't recall Adelaide. Quite a number of A-League teams in recent years have played with 3 central defenders, or like a 3 at the back or a 5 at the back, whatever you want to call it. Adelaide usually stick to either the 4-2-3-1 or the 4-3-3. Lone striker up top as well. How many goals does Bobo have? Yeah, Bobo. I mean, most of his have come off the bench, hey? If not all of them. Cameron says, watching Adelaide on the phone, Watchalong on one monitor, and the Melbourne victory on the other. There we go. Love it, Cameron. And Xander says, watching 3 games right now and the Watchalong. There we go. Oh, sorry, 2 games, says Xander. There we go. Appreciate it, guys. Delivery from Brisbane free kick is not too far away by O'Shea. Kalaba misses it. Ooh, Jay O'Shea. Jay O'Shea's the key man for Brisbane Roar. He's by far been their best player. Got Sydney on the TV. Melbourne victory, Brisbane, and Coast Watch on the 2 other monitors. I love the setup, Sander. That's awesome. Was that a foul on Rojas? Brimmer's going to keep going with the victory. Keep going here. You see Brisbane trying to get physical in defence. Davidson with the overlapping run. And is that a foul? No, it's going to be a corner anyway. Adelaide. Oh, Adelaide might have an opening here on the left. Look at the space for Goodwin, because Ryan Grant's had a position. 2 Socceroos up against each other. Ibasuki! Oh, that's how they scored the goal on Friday against MacArthur. Ibasuki, so close. Oh, dude, that's the signature Adelaide United goal at the moment. Craig Goodwin to Hiroshi Ibasuki. He was onside. The delivery was decent. Oh, Ibasuki just needed to get over that a bit more. Maybe the delivery could have been just a touch lower from Goodwin. He sort of just hung it up. There for his Japanese striker. So close. Adelaide United. That's probably their best chance of the game. Definitely their best chance of the game. There you go. All right. So, 23 minutes gone. Of course, just a reminder, if you're just tuning in, the clock that you're seeing down the middle here is synced up to the Sydney-Adelaide game. The Victory game just a minute or so behind. Free kick for Sydney FC out wide. Watching the double watch-along tonight on the phone. Love it. Love it, Stephen. Thanks for tuning in as always, Stephen. Appreciate it, man. Good question. Should Gary get a Socceroos cap? Honestly, yeah, yes. Like, if he got called up in June, wouldn't be mad. Oh, here's Brisbane in the box. Is there an opportunity? Oh, Lascano. Oh, dude. How did he get that shot away? Juan Lascano, the Argentine striker who hasn't had the best of seasons for Brisbane Raw, forces a save out of Ivan Kalava. Meanwhile, Sydney FC are going to set up for a free kick here. Brisbane have a corner, but here's Sydney FC to deliver. It's going to be Retray with a long-range free kick. Cleared away. Sydney FC. Ooh, Yazbek, is he caught? No, they're still going. Still going, Sydney FC. Ninkovic. Wilkinson is on the left wing. Alex Wilkinson's on the left wing, ladies and gentlemen. We never see it. This is a rare moment. Alex Wilkinson was on the left wing. Dude, you can see he's laughing. He's laughing. He's running back. Oh, Melbourne Victory. Are they going to break away on a counter-attack here? Jordan Holmes is going to get to that first, surely. Wow, man. So a quarter of the way, roughly so, through both of these games. The only goal across both. The lone goal for Sydney FC, Ryan Grant grabbing a rare strike. Has Ryan Grant scored before this season? I think he might have a couple, right? Paramount can't even keep up with it. There we go. Dude, I'm worried my internet's copping it. Running all the monitors. I've lost track of how many screens I've got in front of me right now, having to do a double watch along. Oh, Sydney FC getting in behind. Caceres. Oh, what a chance. What a chance. Caceres with a chance. Ryan Grant, has he won it? No. Adelaide clear. Rebound through Retray. Yazbek. Talbot. Sydney FC still going. Callum Talbot. Connor says, I'll call Alfie up for the Socceroos. He's practically Australian now. Oh, can you imagine that? It's almost like any striker just comes here. We're just like, yep, let's make him a Socceroo. Can you imagine if Besart Berisha was a Socceroo, dude? Imagine if Besart Berisha was a Socceroo. Dude, I'd love that. That would have been awesome. He probably would have been great too. Just imagine like Besart Berisha in like 2018 World Cup. So good. Jack, my predictions for these games are Sydney FC 2-1. I'm backing still. Here comes Sydney with a corner. Fifth corner of the game delivered. Oh, great defensive header. Goodwin got himself up there. My prediction for the Victory Brisbane game is a 2-0 win for Victory. They should win. They should win. Setup looks insane from this side of the screen, killing it. Thanks, man. Yeah, it's we had someone earlier. Who was it earlier? Someone thought I was a Perth Glory supporter with the purple lights, but that's certainly not the case. Oh, here comes Brisbane. Luke Ivanovic. Oh, nah. After the one he scored against Jets like a couple of weeks ago, I thought he might hit the target there, but that was nowhere near from Luke Ivanovic. The former Sydney FC striker. Besart would have been mad for us. Dude, how good would that would have been? Great. Imagine Besart Berisha in green and gold. Yeah, but honestly, after seeing Fornaroli in green and gold, anything can happen, I feel like, Oh, Talbot, good run. Oh, great challenge, Javi Lopez. Great challenge. It's still going for Sydney FC. Oh, dude, play him in. Play Talbot in. Caceres. Yazbek. Sydney FC building nicely here. Yazbek takes it wide. Still on for the Sky Blues. Caceres has been involved heavily. His cross rather, can't find a teammate. Caceres has been everywhere so far, man. Don't believe Alfie has a citizenship. That's what I thought too. I know he has been here for obviously a few years. 4 years? 5 years? Or something? He's been here for now? Fondra, I think 2018 he came. Yeah, man. Third screen with the Tillies game on later. Dude, I wish I could. But my my internet or my electricity or something might go wrong. Plus, I literally don't have enough. I'm literally out of screens. It's so good. But, how good is it? What a hectic time it is for Australian football. Ooh, but hopefully, of course, the Matildas do get up for another win of New Zealand, of course, playing tonight in Canberra. Brisbane Roar, can they fashion a chance? They've been really physical so far, Brisbane Roar. A lot of fouls. Just trying to unsettle Melbourne Victory. Good to see a good turnout from the Victory Actor support, as always. They've been next level, man. I mean, oh, here's a chance for Adelaide. Lockie Brooke in a good position. Gets the strike off, but it's blocked. Brooke. See if they deal with it. Looks like Caceres is operating off that left-hand side now. Swapping a little bit with Miloš Ninkovic. How have they not got advantage there, Sydney FC? It was a foul on Caceres. Caceres steals the ball. Just keep going. Connor says Caceres has been our best this season by far since Cam Sober has been injured. I agree. Caceres, very consistent. Has stepped up as well in an attacking sense. You know, he's been playing more regularly in one of those number 10 positions. And here comes Sydney again. Lofondra in the box. Here's a chance. Needs teammates. Oh, space for Bahagia. Big chance. Great save, Gauchi. Great save, Gauchi. Corner. Corner, Sydney FC. Great save. Dude, Trent Bahagia. How did they give him that much space there? Yavi Lopez just... Where was he? Yavi Lopez wasn't even in the vicinity. Out of position. And Bahagia, dude, should have gone... I feel like he should have done better there. Good save by Gauchi, says Jezza Boy. Bahagia close again, indeed. To Sydney with another corner. Oh, it's going to fall nicely here for Yazbek. Goes wide. Patrick Yazbek. I think only one goal for the season, isn't it, for Patrick Yazbek? That one against Perth Glory away. Marcus says Narsing has been somewhat lively. Oh, look, in that game against Western a few weeks back, he got that goal. That was a nice goal. Apart from that, he hasn't offered too much. But look, I'm sure he's going to be heavily involved in the Champions League, Narsing. I imagine that was a big reason why they signed him. To have an experienced player like that in your Champions League campaign. Here comes Jake Brimmer moving forward. Ben Falami on the left for victory. Falami still gets it off for Brolante, who can hit. He's going to play it in. Rojas, surely. What? Is that a handball? What? How have Melbourne Victory not scored, man? How have Melbourne Victory not scored a goal here? They just kept knocking it around there, Melbourne Victory. Rojas seems to be in for a certain goal. And somehow Brisbane have dealt with it. Defended it away. And Luka Ivanovic is going to come the other way now. Brisbane Roar. Could they snatch an early goal against the run of play? Well, they've won the free kick in a good position. They've won a good position free kick, man. Jason Gary is not happy. Wow. Adelaide need to wake up, says Cameron. They've been second best so far. Narsing should be starting more often. He's showed great potential for us, says Connor. It'd be great to see him get more game time because, yeah, he's been more of a bench player more than anything in recent weeks at least. Watching the Matildas tonight. Won't be catching the Matildas live tonight, but we'll be keeping an eye on the scoreline because tonight we are preoccupied with these two crucial A-League men's clashes. So here's Brisbane Roar with a free kick, another J. O'Shea delivery. Dude, they're really close into the goal. I thought it was going to go in directly there from O'Shea. Looking for that near post. Trying to catch Calaba out. Brisbane come again down the right. Oh, it's a decent delivery. Because it's found with... Oh, dude, Lascano. Oh, so close. Well, Lascano, if he'd hit that first time, or even had a softer touch controlling it, he could have been in with a goal. Oh, and hacked down D'Agostino. Nick Olsen has just hacked D'Agostino. And it's going to be a yellow card. Dude, what was he thinking? D'Agostino looking for that quick counterattack. Here come Adelaide, though, in the other game. Goodwin's delivery is a good one. Oh, big chance. Oh, dude, opportunities galore. And Goodwin fires over the bar again. Again, that combination of Craig Goodwin and Hiroshi Basuki. Dude. Adelaide getting closer this time. Oh, man. Well done, Ben Wallen, get himself on the road. Ben Wallen. Wallen was good, man, against the Mariners on the weekend. Didn't give the Mariners a look at all. Here comes Zach Clough for Adelaide. Is there another opportunity coming here for the Reds? Well done. Ninkovic defending. Sydney FC going to come for the counter here, but there's a free kick by Melbourne. Victory. Falami. Oh, great chance. Victory. Falami. It's still there. Cleared away. Dude. Brisbane Roar are holding on by the skin of their teeth right now. Oh, man. Melbourne Victory. Past the half an hour mark. Still without a goal. They could have had 3 or 4. Adrian says Nick D'Agostino with lots of chances, though. Gary are looking to deliver again. Comes down for Falami. Oh, my gosh. Brisbane with a different formation tonight, of course, with Aldred out. The 4-4-2. And it's working so far. You can just see like Melbourne Victory have a thrown in a good position, but the number of orange shirts around, they just can't do anything. And it's going to be a goal kick. Wow. So this is sort of like if Victory want to catch second place, which is a big deal because obviously you miss out in the elimination finals, you go straight through to the semis. They sort of have to win this game, eh? They're going to want to win these games in hand if they want to catch Western United. Matter of time for Victory, hey? Yeah, for sure. For sure. You'd think so. With the chances they're creating. Getting closer and closer. Here come Adelaide United. Craig Goodwin. Getting some better field position in the last 5 minutes or so, Adelaide United. Lopez. That's a good delivery. Goodwin. Oh, what a goal. What a goal. Adelaide United. They're back 1-1. What a goal. Quite similar almost to the Sydney goal. The long ball in and their header. And what a pass by Yavi Lopez. And Craig Goodwin. We don't often see him scoring with his head. But that was a fantastic goal. Wow, man. Cameron loves it in the chat. Cameron, the Adelaide United fan. Look at this. Yavi Lopez, Goodwin, is he onside? Yes, he is. Yes, he is. That is a great goal. That is a superb goal. Club record goal, says Brock. Dude, what a goal. Look at that. Just too easy. Just the way it got floated in and Goodwin was just like, yep, I'll have that. And just knocks it home. So it's 1-1 between Sydney and Adelaide. Of course, the winner of this game goes a long way. Really, if whoever wins this game really secures their place in the top 6. It is that important. Connor says Goodwin is so annoying, but fair play. Goodie. There you go. 36th minute, Craig Goodwin equalises. An important goal for Adelaide just to keep themselves in this game. Because Sydney looked like they were getting close to a second. Good goal, says Adrian. There we go. So, it is all square in Cogra. And it is still all square in Melbourne, but no goals to report at AAMI Park. 4 shots to Melbourne Victory, only 2 for Brisbane. Oh, Bahaju could be in behind. Lockie Bark knocks it back. So Melbourne Victory have been looking the stronger of the two sides, but I mean, defensively, Brisbane Roar have been really solid. Really solid so far tonight. Without their captain. Credit to Adelaide, who had just been building some decent momentum. In the last 5-ish minutes or so. And they made it pay. Oh, Brisbane could be in behind here. Henry Hall's gotten in behind. No, it's Ivanovic who cuts it back for Henry Hall. Henry Hall! Oh, dude, he's hit his own player. The follow-up, and he's hit his own player again. What? What is going on? How does that happen? That's insane. Dude, that's hilarious. Henry Hall's first strike hits Lascano, who's just standing in the road of the goal. And then I think it was O'Shea or Akbari with the follow-up and just like kicks his own player. That was hilarious. Oh my gosh. Wow. Ah, gee whiz. Brock says, how's the Brisbane game going? Been watching the Adelaide game? Dude, it's been all victory so far, but Brisbane have been holding on just. Here comes Rojas for victory. Can't. Dude, so many orange shirts. Here comes Guerrier. Cleared away. Well done, Brisbane. Holding on. Wow, dude. So big chance for Brisbane. Big chance for Brisbane to fashion a goal scoring opportunity, but there are own worst enemies there. Connor says, if Korakov takes Alfie off somewhere around the 70th minute or before, I'm going to go insane. Why is that? Why is that? Is it because you want the goals? Is it because you want him to see him bag the goals? We do see Bobo coming a lot. Oh, great move by Victory. Here comes Guerrier. Oh, dude. Hit the delivery. Hit the cross. And he's smiling. Really good. Oh, dude. Oh, dude. Oh, Goodwin's going to get booked here, man. Goodwin's going to get booked here. Two Socceroos, dude. Two Socceroos. Craig Goodwin, Ryan Grant. Just tussling with each other there. And Goodwin just kicking the ball away. That was silly. That was really silly. He didn't have to do that. You could see him hassling the heck out of Grant. Pulled him down again. And then kicked the ball away. Ryan Grant made the point to the referee too. He just kept going. And rightly given a yellow card. That was cheeky from Goodwin. Forward pass here. Lafondra has space. Long range strike. Gonna go wide. Gonna go wide. All right. 5-ish minutes left until halftime. Will we see any more goals? Sydney 1, Adelaide 1. It's been probably a pretty even game, I'd probably have to say now. Maybe Sydney probably just the better of the two sides. Certainly more corners. Probably more shots too. And Victory. Well, Victory probably should be in the lead in their game too, but the story of that game is Brisbane's determined defence. What have Adelaide done versus Sydney different to the Mariners? Good question. Oh, Ramashan could be in here for Victory. He's still going, is he? No, it's a foul. Here's Lockie Brook building down the right for Adelaide United. Brook still going. Trips on his own ball. And is he giving away the foul? Well, he's definitely have now. SIS has just bundled over Talbot. Honestly, though, I think if... I was going to say, if as a Mariners fan or as a fan of any of those teams chasing the top six, who would you rather want to win, Sydney or Adelaide? Maybe Adelaide, actually. I don't know, man. Maybe a draw. Maybe a draw would be best. Anyway. Are you going to Barcelona A-League All-Stars? I won't be going, but I know a lot of people are. How about you, Adrian? You heading to the All-Stars game? We'll certainly be watching it, though. And we'll be doing some content around the game when it comes around. Busy time is going to be, too, with A-League finals going on. Dude, that's going to be hectic for the channel here, guys. The amount of content we're going to be doing around finals time and the All-Stars time, it's all happening. Would have been nice, of course, if All-Stars was happening after finals time, but what can you do? Yellow card Ryan Grant for the foul on Goodwin, getting back at him. Dude, the Goodwin-Grant duel continues. Yellow cards for both now, which makes things a little bit interesting. Two Socceroos. Alrighty. Jezza Boy says, tickets come out tomorrow for the general public. Everyone, I think so. I think you might be right. Yeah, Wednesday, tomorrow. I think you might be right there, Jezza. So Adelaide with a set piece. Goodwin delivers, and it's a good one. Here comes one day. Cleared away by Walland. It's going to be a corner for Adelaide United. Interesting. Adelaide just looking to snatch a late goal here in this first half, which would make things interesting after Sydney were doing very well in the early passages of the game. Coming down for the game tomorrow night. I am indeed, Sunday Ballers, and looking forward to it greatly. Looking forward to getting down to that stadium as well. I've only been down to Combank once before. Super keen to get down there again, man. Really, really keen. Can't wait. Because it's such a nice ground. Here we go. So corner again. Adelaide United. Oh, it's headed away. Dude, that was a great delivery, though. What a ball. Not long to go in this first half across both games. What else are we saying here? Connor says, I'll go to the All-Stars game if it's picked properly. I'll be baffled if I don't see good at centre-back, Grant at right-back, Macca at striker. I think we could see all happening. Sunday Ball says, Grant at right-back, nah. I mean, Gary is probably up there too for a chance at right-back. Yavi Lopez maybe as well. Yavi Lopez, the Adelaide United right-back. Who else we look at? Maybe Josh Risdon from Western United. Interesting take, Connor. Connor says Grant is by far the best right back in the league. No one comes close to him. I would politely disagree with that. He's definitely up there, but I wouldn't go as far to say he's no one comes close. I think Risdon's been very good. I think Yavi Lopez Yavi Lopez is just so consistent. Oh, dude, here comes Brisbane. Oh, great opportunity. Lofthouse, what a block by Guerrier. Comes as far as Neville. Oh, dude, so close, Brisbane. Scott Neville so close to breaking the deadlock for Brisbane, Raw. Dude, Brisbane. So close, man. Akbari. Lofthouse so close. Great defending Guerrier. And then Scott Neville, who's not the likely goal scorer. So close, man. So here's a late free kick in this first half for Sydney FC as they look to end out this half with a potential goal. Is potentially a goal brewing here. It's going to be another Caceres set piece. He's been on fire this first half. Oh, he plays it back for Retray, who sends it high. He sends it high. And that might be the half between Sydney FC Adelaide. It is 1-1. What do you guys think? Is that a deserved scoreline? It is half-time now between Sydney FC and Adelaide United as we play the remaining seconds in the first half between Melbourne Victory and Brisbane Roar. That game's still yet to see a goal, which is good news if you're a Brisbane Roar fan, man. Really good news. Melbourne Victory, try as they might, haven't managed to break down the Brisbane Roar. Well, they might do so now. Moran's gone for a run and has got it back off D'Agostino. He's gone down in the box. It's play on, and Brisbane are going to look to counter-attack here. Slowing it down. Ooh, that's got to be a foul. Brisbane still going. We're now have expired injury time between Brisbane and Victory. Dude, if they score here? No. Half-time. Half-time in both games now. Half-time in both games. Sydney FC 1, Adelaide 1, Melbourne Victory 0, Brisbane 0. So both games are square. But some really fascinating battles so far. There we go. What a disaster from Retray. That was a disappointing set piece at the end, wasn't it? Very disappointing. Jacob Farrell gets a shot. I don't know. I mean, dude, and that's coming from the biggest Jacob Farrell fan of all time. Like, if you've been watching my content for a while, you know I scream from the rooftops about Jacob Farrell and how good he is. And I'd be surprised if he got a call up for the All-Stars. Like, he's great. Like, he's got so much promise, but he's not an All-Star. I think at left back we might be looking at like Garuccio or Davidson. Connor says also would love to see Caceres either start or on the bench too. Definitely deserves a crack. I think it's a fair shout. There's a lot of really good midfielders though. I think attacking midfielders who who are going to be competing to get in there. When you look at Berenguer, when you look at Metcalf, Pena, Brimmer, who else? Those are the ones that spring to mind. But Caceres is a shout, man. Ninkovic might get in there too, just because of his like stature, you know, just because he's a former Johnny Warren medal winner. De Vea, Ulysses De Vea, you know. So there's quite a few sort of attacking midfielders who could be in. I think attacking midfielders are probably the busiest part of the pitch in terms of A-League All-Stars. There's a lot of names there, you know. Like strikers are easy, you know. You think of McLaren and you just look at the top goal scorers: McLaren, Mikkel Datsi. You know, whether you put who else could you put in there? Maybe Lavondra as well, you know, because he's an experienced player. Just went back and saw you coming down. I am indeed, dude. Yeah, can't wait, man. Can't wait for a minute. Wanderers, Mariners, of course, guys. If you don't know, 2 games tomorrow as well. Four midweek A-League games. It is hectic stuff. Tomorrow night, Perth Wellington being played in Sydney at the same time, I believe, 7:00, 7:05. And Western Sydney Wanderers, Central Coast Mariners, a pretty big game for the Mariners. We kind of need to win it. But look, it's not going to be easy against Western Sydney Wanderers, whose season is pretty much over now for Western Sydney Wanderers. But yeah, man. Do fans get to vote for the All-Stars team? Good question, Jezeboy. What did they do last time? I don't think we got to... Someone remind me. Does someone know what they did last time? I don't think we voted. I remember there was like a thing. They had a thing on the A-League website where you could like... There was like a graphic thing for like the lineup, but you could go in and like select... You could go in and select your lineup and like share it online and stuff. But I don't think it was actual votes. It'd be cool. But at the same time, like we could just vote for make like a troll vote, you know, just like throw Matt Simon in there or whatever, you know, throw Jason Cummings in there. He could get in there just off merit, you know. Who do you think will win, Sydney or Adelaide? Luke, I think Sydney are still favourites from here. 4 A-League games and terrible coverage. I mean, they're all available on Paramount Plus. I don't know what else we can do. Not me. I don't think there was a vote, says Marcus. Yeah, I don't remember there being one. And I'm not actually. Who would pick it? Who would pick the All-Stars team? Would they like put together like a panel or something? Brock says Michael Rojas looks like such an easygoing dude. He does look like a chill dude, doesn't he? I mean, every time he celebrates a goal, he's like always happy. He's always got a smile on his face. It's good to see. But I know what you mean. He looks like a really cheery guy. Will the All-Stars game be free to watch? I believe it will be. I believe it will be on Channel 10 or one of Channel 10's channels. Will it at least be on 10 Play? Surely. I'm almost sure. Chester Boy says, if I could vote, I would vote Matt Simon but Hajar up top just for fun. Nice selections. Love it. Love it. Adrian says, I think Victory will score a late winner. I think I could see that happening, yeah. Yeah, I could see that happening. They'll push late. And look, credit to Brisbane. First half review, Brisbane, credit defensively, man. Have been holding out really well. Victory should be up, but Brisbane have just been too strong in defence. But yeah, they might crack. They might crack at the end, hey. Alan says, crap camera work, commentary, you name it. I think the commentary is okay. I know what you mean by camera work. There's been some times specifically where they'll cut away to something else and not be on the action when there's actually stuff going on. Like they'll be zoomed in on a player when there's like a goal about to be scored and it's like, cut to the action. Cut to the action. Little things like that. And like obviously early on the season, they had some troubles with like graphics and like the time and stuff, which is... And even on Paramount Plus itself, I mean, they have to introduce. It's actually kind of insane that they haven't done so already. A pause and rewind function. I mean, it's right. Like it seems so simple to add to, right? Like I mean, I'm no tech whiz by any means, but I imagine it's not that hard. You know, pause, rewind, right? Nicholas says, Ernie Merrick to manage the All Stars. Honestly, that'd be kind of fun. That'd be kind of fun. I don't think it'll happen. My shout for All Stars coach is Tony Popovich. Tony Popovich. Connor says, I would say there might be a few A-League pundits or someone from Football Australia to pick the team. Dude, imagine if they got me to pick the team. I'm just thinking about it now. Imagine if I got like an email from the APL being like, hey, do you want to pick the All-Stars team? Like, yeah, sure. Jacob Farrell. Just a team of Jacob Farrell. Just Jacob Farrell and Dan Hall. Actually, just those two. Actually, no, and Birigidi. Just Jacob Farrell, Dan Hall, and Mark Birigidi, and just those three up against an 11-man Barcelona. Let's do it. Oh, dude. Exactly. Sunday Ballers says, dude, like the Margush thing the other night. They had yes, exactly, the close up of Warren Moon. It's ridiculous. There's like stuff going on, and they're just like, no, let's zoom in on this one shot of this one person has nothing to do with the situation right now. It's dude, like when in doubt, just film the action, just film the ball, just stay on the ball. They cut away too much. They cut away too much. We've got halftime treats, ladies and gentlemen. Halftime treats. Let me know in the chat. What's your halftime treat? Let me know right now. What do you eat? I know you're snacking on something. What is it? But we're sharing halftime treats because check out this, man. I got this from someone at work. Happy Easter. If you're watching right now, not that they would be, but thank you for this. I've already had heaps of these, but there was just a whole bunch of Easter eggs. Of course, Easter coming up real soon. Hey, hot take. I don't think there's any. I think I threw it out. I don't think it's here. But you guys know the Cadbury cream eggs? Completely unrelated to football, of course. Are they only here? No, they're not. I chucked it out. You guys know the Cadbury like cream chocolate eggs? What do you guys think of them? I hate them. Not a fan. Not a fan of the cream eggs, man. Not a fan of the cream eggs. Just OG, just milked dairy milk chocolate. I'm easy. Let's go. Don't mind the caramel. I think these ones are the caramel ones. We'll go for caramel. We'll go for the crunchy ones. You know, regular chocolate, whatever. Cream egg, get out of here. Happy Easter, says Adrian. Thanks, man. You too. Alan's got the coffee, the Tim Tams, and the Easter eggs. I love it. Sunday Ball says, I've noticed that the Newcastle home games are often the worst in the camera department, and any other games too. I haven't noticed that. I'll have to go back and have a look. What else are we saying here? Jackson says, got to be Chocky Fish. I assume that's a typo. Chocky Fish? Please tell me that's a typo. Because chocolate and fish, yes, would be interesting. Connor says, hot take from me. The reason Sydney aren't competing for the Premier's Plate is because Bratton got injured early, makes us click. I agree 100%. And I said it. I don't want to be like, I told you so. Not that anyone disagreed, but if you go back to the YouTube channel, and it would have been around, it probably was November because it was early season. Check out the channel in November. I made a video specifically talking about Sydney FC and the injury to Luke Bratton and how it was going to dismantle them. And look what happened. So yes, Connor, I exactly agree. Because that's a hard player to replace, man. There's no one like Luke Bratton in that Sydney FC squad or in the league even. Marcus has got Tim Tams as well. There we go. Kit Kats and Oreos. Love it. Caramel eggs are mad good, by the way. I don't know if I've ever had a caramel egg. Interesting. Fortnite troll. Don't get me started. What are your thoughts on the A-League having the longest preseason in the world? Hate it. It's the worst. And I legit think it's quite detrimental to the success of the league. You know, we're trying to build the fan bases. We're trying to build the excitement, get fans to the games, get fans invested in these clubs. Most of the year there's just no A-League football on. At least it feels that way. At least. You know, it's like basically just over the summer. It is almost what, at least, I imagine for casual fans, that's probably what it feels like for them, right? So they need to do something. They need to extend the season. I don't know why they don't extend the season. I don't know if it's a logistical reason, if it's a financial reason. Just extend out the season. Get every team to play each other 3 times. Because what would that be? 33 games, right? Right? My math's off there. 33, yeah. Like 11 times 3, right? You play the 11 other teams 3 times. That's 33 rounds. Why aren't we doing that? Like, that makes sense. And then you avoid the thing, which I don't like at the moment, where, like, some teams you play... At the moment, some teams in the A-League you play 3 times, and then some you play twice. Like, I liked how it was before, where it was just... Because didn't it just used to be, like... And it was all 3, wasn't it? You used to play every team 3 times, right? Anyway, what else are we saying here? Cuss, what you ever do videos like Chris MD kind of style videos? Chris MD. I don't know if I've ever checked out Chris MD. I'll have to check it out. Oh, Jackson, I see what you're talking about before, about the chocolate fish. Chocolate covered marshmallow shaped like a fish. Can't say I've ever had one, but when you said chocolate fish, I freaked out because I was like, what? Chocolate fish? Connor got a notification saying the Matildas have scored. Thanks for reminding me, Connor. Let's check. Let's check in with the Matildas. Of course, so much football to keep an eye on tonight. Down under. All right, what is going on here? Looks like the Matildas are up 1-0. Sam Kerr scoring in the 15th minute. Sam Kerr, what a legend. What a legend. Absolute legend. Let's check the lineup too for the Matildas. Actually, I'll pull this up on the screen. I'll share the page here. Here we go. Oh, we got that. That's our older. Our old one. Let's check that. We're about to return to the second half of these A-League games. But we're going to pull up the Matildas lineup here. This is live right now. So Carpenter, Kennedy, Polkinghorn, Catley, Katrina Gorry, Van Egmond, Rasso, Fowler, Ford, Kerr. That is an all-stars lineup from the Matildas, man. And Sam Kerr leading the way 17 minutes into this game against New Zealand. Scoring. And oh my God, dude, look. Dude, 2-0. Just like that. Dude. I'm not even kidding. That just happened. Hayley Rasso's just scored. 2-0. What? Did we do that? Did we cause that? I pull up the lineup, and I'm like, 1-0. And then all of a sudden, 2. Hayley Rasso's like, yep. Oh, well, there you go. 17 minutes, 2-0. Correction. So Matildas are up in their match. Oh, dude, how good. Anyway. I don't know Chris MD. I don't know Chris. Yeah, honestly. I don't know Chris MD. I actually haven't lived my friend. He does really sick style FIFA and football videos, massive in England. Yeah. To be honest, I don't, as weird as it sounds, I actually don't watch much YouTube. Do you know who the side, I've heard of the Sidemen. But I haven't watched any of their stuff, but I am familiar. I've heard of the Sidemen. Has he got something to do with Chris MD? Are they connected? But you can see I'm a bit of a boomer when it comes to this stuff. Anyway, we're about to get underway in both of these games, and looks like Bernardo Oliveira is onto the pitch for Adelaide United, potentially replacing Lockie Brook, maybe. That's what I'm guessing. But both teams are out on the pitch, and we're about to get the clock up and rolling. Of course, the clock will be following the Sydney-Adelaide game for the second half. Sydney-Adelaide game. And of course, hey guys, if you have been enjoying this watch along, so glad you guys are here for this Tuesday night watch along. Hit that like button if you haven't already. It does help me out a lot. It's the best way to show your support. And we're about to get underway here in Cogra. Sydney FC, Adelaide United. For some reason, Adelaide United not wearing their red or pink kits, wearing their blue kit against the one team that wears blue in the A-League. Doesn't make sense, but they're doing it anyway. We're about to get underway. Here we go, and we have kickoff. Let's go. All right. Anyway, what are we going here? What are we doing here? How good do you think Falami can be? Good question. Very good. Yes, Socceroo, like future Socceroo. I mean, current Socceroo he is, of course. Made his debut in Sydney just a couple of weeks ago against Japan. But look, fantastic creator with fantastic technical ability. Excited to see how he goes. And here comes Bernardo Oliveira early on, the substitute for Adelaide United. He's onto the pitch to replace Lockie Brook on the right wing. And Zach Clough is in behind. And Craig Goodwin almost gets to the ball. Adelaide United very close to a second goal in the second half. Dude, spicy. Are you going to make another Wellington Phoenix career mode? I assume you mean another career mode video. And the answer is yes. Yes, there's plenty more coming. There's plenty more coming from the Wellington Phoenix career mode. And can tell you guys now, those videos are coming out every Friday. So if you're keen to check out the FIFA stuff, the career mode stuff, which we're doing here with A-League teams, check it out every Friday. So episode, what are we up to now? 5? I think episode 5 comes out this Friday. Luca, just see a comment from earlier. Thanks for doing the next career mode. No worries, my friend. I wanted to pick a team that would sort of be fun to take. That's not necessarily like a fully like a team with like heaps of depth. So I was like, we'll take Wellington, who maybe could bring in some players. We've signed Roy Krishna. That was a lot of fun because he's been banging in the goals. He's returned to the club. I was gonna get one of these Easter egg mans. I completely forgot. Don't mind me. Do you bet on these games? I don't know. Never have. Please come to Cooper Stadium one day, Lockie. Dude, would love to. Would love to. Never been, and would love to go. Because from what we hear, it's like one of the best atmospheres in the A-League. Bernardo looks good, says Brock. Yeah, man. A nice little early push from him. Substitutions for Brisbane Roar as well. Nick Olsen's on for... Sorry, Brindle South is on for Nick Olsen. And Alex Parsons is on for Lofthouse. Alex Parsons, a player who everyone was really excited about seeing, like thinking that this was going to be his breakout season after promising signs last campaign. Hasn't quite gotten that much game time this season. Brisbane, early attack building here for the Roar. What can they do? Where are the live streams? Yes, on Twitch. Live streams are on Twitch. So, yeah, with the career mode, the videos come out Fridays on YouTube, and generally it's streamed. I do it live streamed. So it's like the full extended, uncut version is on Twitch on, like, generally Thursday nights. Generally Wednesday or generally Thursday nights, yeah. So if you want to catch the career mode stuff before it comes out, the full thing live. Oh, dude, behind you, so close. If you want to check out the career mode stuff, live, full, uncut, live on Twitch Thursday nights. Dude, we love the Easter eggs, man. We love the Easter eggs. I haven't had one of these crunchy ones yet, but got one of those big ones left. Anyway, gonna watch the Champions League tonight? No, not me. All right, who's going to break the deadlock in the Victory Brisbane game? Like, I'm sort of getting worried for Victory now, who are entering this game as favourites for sure. And that's a good release by Parsons. He's found Ivanovic. Here's a good chance for Brisbane Roar. Come on. Akbari for Brindle South. Akbari for O'Shea. Nice pass. Brindle South. Oh, dude, play the first time pass, man. Play the ball inside. Brisbane's still going. Parsons. Loses the ball. Well done, Rojas. Wins the throw. Well done. Connor says, asks, have you made an all-time best A-League 11? Will be interesting to see your take since you don't support Sydney or Victory. Since you don't support... Well, I don't support any other team besides Mariners. Long range... Oh, dude! So close from Goodwin. Just wide the long range strike. Haven't made one, but would be an interesting concept. For me, Thomas Broich goes down as the greatest A-League player of all time. And Besart Baruch is the greatest striker of all time in the A-League. So those are two locks for me. Those are the two off the top of my head. Adrian says, I wouldn't be surprised with a draw as Brisbane's defence has been solid so far. Well, yeah, man. Credit to Brisbane. Come to this game and they've been staying level with Victory, man. Been matching them so far this game. But Victory have the players to unlock them and have the players on the bench. You know, Economides could come on. Velupale. There's options off the bench for the home side. But the question is, can they break down this Brisbane Roar defence? It's not looking likely at the moment. They're just getting so many numbers back, Brisbane Roar too. Milietinek? Yeah, Milietinek might be close. The thing with Milietinek, and it's the same thing with a lot of other players, specifically some of those Mariners players, they had, like, they started so they didn't necessarily like tear it up in Australia. Like they had such good careers because of what they did overseas and the Socceroos. You know, when you look at Matt Ryan, when you look at Milietinek, Trent Sainsbury, you know, some of these guys really only had like a few years in the A-League. Whereas if you compare them to like someone like Bessa Barisha, who was like just a goal machine for years, right? Yeah. Yazbek well over the bar. It's a jizzer. Alan says Archie Thompson got to be in the A-League all-time 11. Dude, he'd certainly be around it. Victory legend, Archie Thompson is. Here's a long throw by Yavi Lopez. A bit of an unconventional throw. Sydney plays appealing for the foul throw. But it was a bit of a weird technique. He sort of like, just like sort of went diagonal a bit. Sydney FC will want to regain control of this game because Adelaide, I mean, even the second half so far have been getting themselves into it. Jacko says, who do you think is going to get Keeper of the Year? I'm going to go like last year for 2 keepers, which are Ollie Sale and Beers. Well, the Golden Glove. Oh, Sydney FC are almost in. We're going to hold that question because here comes Ryan Grant. Cleared away. Oh, dude, that was close for Sydney FC. Out of nowhere. Adelaide could come the other way. Bernardo Oliveira. No foul. Just coming back to your question there, Jacko, because it's an interesting one. Who do I think is being a Keeper of the Year? Well, generally the Golden Glove, if I'm not mistaken, goes to the highest number of clean sheets, right? Unless I've got that wrong. Highest number of clean sheets, which at the moment is by far Jamie Young. So it'll probably be Jamie Young. And probably rightly so. I mean, he's probably been the most consistent goalkeeper. Yeah. Matilda's a 2-0 up, says Cameron. Let's go. Let's go, Tillies. Not Kalava. You're certainly right there, Alan. Certainly right. Kalava, certainly not Keeper of the Year. Long ball down the line. Here's Zach Clough for Adelaide. Here's Brisbane are going to deliver a corner. High one from O'Shea. Neville. Big chance, Brisbane. Headed away by Hamill. And it's going to be another corner for Brisbane Roar. Dude. Both of these games are quite nicely balanced. Like, honestly, anyone could win it. Anyone could come away with 3 points still tonight. Okay. We're keeping our eye on the Brisbane victory action because here's another corner delivered by O'Shea. Again for Neville, but it passes him. Goal kick. Goal kick. All right. I'm liking Brisbane's energy in this game, man. They're in it. And they're pushing for this goal. The Sydney FC, can they fashion some more opportunities in the second half? Remember, after this game, this is important. After this game, Sydney FC go off to play the Champions League group stage matches and only have 2 remaining A-League fixtures, those being at home to Melbourne Victory and away to Brisbane Roar. 2 of the teams in the other game, funnily enough. So there you go, man. Connor says, very surprised Roar have stayed in this game, as we all are. Victory in as strong favourites, but Brisbane have been physical, have been stubborn. Another foul, dude. Dude, Brisbane, so physical with these Victory players, which is probably some of the tactics that Warren Moon, just to disrupt this star-studded Victory squad. And it's been working. It's been working, man. Alan says, is it midfield where Roar are on top? Probably defense more than anything. I wouldn't say they're on top of midfield. Davidson goes short. Brimmer. Oh, dude. It's more of like a whole block, like the group defense. I mean, the way they get the 2 blocks of 4, which is it's more impressively so. It's not a system they've played much this season, Brisbane. So they've got a new formation and they're playing it quite well. And you almost think now, is this maybe a setup they should have played early in the season? But the 2 blocks of 4 have been hard to break down for victory. Yavi Lopez, meanwhile, is down injured. The contact, where was the contact on Yavi Lopez, man? Dude, it's honestly really hard to see where the contact was on Yavi Lopez, but he looks hurt. Oh, it's his ankle, is it? It's his ankle, is it? Yeah. William, good question. What results from today do you want to see, keeping in mind Mariners' push for the finals? It's a good question. I think for Victory Brisbane, I'm sort of forgetting about that one because Victory, I think, have locked in 3rd place at least for now. Victory have just brought on Lee Broxham in midfield to replace Ryan Marchand. For Sydney and Adelaide, it's a tricky one. There isn't really an obvious result. Probably a draw, actually. Well, let's have a look at the ladder. I'll pull up the ladder here as well, and we'll have a look at the live ladder and how it's standing, and what it looks like for those teams chasing the top 6, and that includes teams towards the bottom, sort of in that fight: Macarthur, Wellington, Mariners, Jets. So I'll tell you what, I'll pull this up in just a second for you, and we'll have a look. As we're still, of course, keeping an eye on some of these games, on both of these games, but just briefly, if you don't mind, I'll pull up this ladder, and let's have a look here. So this is the live ladder as it stands right now. Check it out. So as it stands, Sydney stay 4th, Victory stay 5th, of course, with the draw. And does that open up the opportunity? You can see Mariners there, Jets, Wellington, all with games on hand. All those teams could catch them. Wellington in a really good position. Look at Wellington. They're only 2 points behind both Adelaide and Sydney. And look at the number of games Wellington have in hand. So many. Anyway, here come Brisbane with an opportunity. We're going to jump back to the live watch. We'll come back talk about that ladder in just a second. Brisbane Raw, dude, in the second half have been looking quite good. Meanwhile, here comes Sydney FC's Bahagia. No, he's going to get called back. Connor's asking, who's my favorite player outside of the Mariners? Easy question. I get asked that a lot, and my answer's always the same. Marco Tilio. Love watching Marco Tilio play. He's just so good. He's technically so good, and he's got such a promising player. He's got such a big future ahead of him. Cameron says Matilda's 3-0. We love it. Shot stats are up in between Victory and Brisbane. It is 6 for 6. How about that? They're matching him. Here comes Economides, who's just entered the field for Melbourne Victory. It's going to be a corner for Melbourne Victory now. Samco Brace says, Jezavoy, we love it. Let's go, Sammy. Meanwhile, Melbourne Victory setting up a corner here. It's going to be a Jake Brimmer delivery for Victory. Can they break the deadlock here against Brisbane? It's a good delivery in the near post. Header goes wide from Roderick Miranda. 0 all that remains. Frustration for Victory. Frustration. You want to see 2 draws, says Marcus. I think that's probably the way to go for the chasing teams. Let's have a look at that ladder again. And you can see here. I think so, because if there's a draw, especially between Sydney and Adelaide, it still opens the door a little bit. Whereas if one team wins... Oh, you know what? If one of those teams wins, then it becomes really difficult for the likes of Wellington, Macarthur, Mariners, Newcastle to finish 4th or higher. Whereas if it stays a draw, you can see they're only on 32 points there, Sydney and Adelaide. So yeah, man, it'll be interesting. It'll be really, really interesting. Connor says, I think Wellington will probably fail to make the finals, but it won't surprise me if they grind at those results. Dude, I actually rate them for getting a final spot. I think when you look at, as we just saw there, the games they have in hand, and the fact that they're playing 2 games back in New Zealand, which they will absolutely be favourites to win. They're playing Mariners on the weekend at Wellington. A couple weeks later, they play Wanderers in Auckland. They could easily win both games. And if they get 6 points there, then they're a good chance for the 6. Here comes Sydney FC again. Retray's delivery towards Bahaji, who flicks it back. No teammates in support. Sydney FC not really creating any clear-cut opportunities so far this half. Not as much as they were early on in the game. Person asks, should Tilly go to a team where he starts every game? It's a good question. I think he is certainly getting more of a look in at the moment at City. And look, if he's not starting, he's always coming off the bench. So I don't think so. I think he's getting enough of a look in. You know, he's getting enough of a look in at City. And look, I mean, he'll go to Europe soon for sure. Yeah. Do third and fourth get home in elimination finals? Yes, that's correct. Yeah. So Sydney FC. Oh, dude. Oh, yes. What a goal! Trent Bahagia has snuck in with his pace, and that's a superb finish from Bahagia. 2-1 Sydney FC. Trent Bahagia. He grabbed a couple in the derby a few weeks back. And let's have a look at this. It was Retray. What a pass from Paulo Retray. And the left-footed finish. Dude, that's a great finish. That's a great finish. Connor loves it. Jezza loves it. How good. Was it a deflection? Dude, that's a great goal. That's a fantastic goal. What a pass. And that's a remarkable finish. To finish from there, not having a good look at the goal at that angle, to beat Gauchi and to put it in that corner with your weak foot. I mean, we criticize Bahaji a lot. A lot of people criticize Bahaji for his finishing, his accuracy. He's stepped up big time. And it's his 5th goal for the season for Trent Bahagia. 5th goal. It's the one thing that he really needs to add to his game, and he's starting to really find his shooting boots now. Trent Bahagia restores the lead for Sydney FC. Xander's here. Big up Trent. Still Xander just on the phone. Loving that goal, Xander, hey? Loving that goal. Marcus says still half an hour in the game. Predicted a 2-2 draw. Could certainly still end that way. We know Adelaide are late finishes. They come strong lately. And they've won a free kick here, Sydney FC. Meanwhile, we've passed the hour mark in the Melbourne Victory Brisbane game. And it is still 0-0, of course. Just to remind you, if you're just tuning in, the clock in the middle is tracking the Sydney-Adelaide game. Tracking the Sydney-Adelaide game, the Victory Brisbane game. Roughly a minute behind. That's right. Will Ferrell's son with another goal, of course. Of course. Dude, credit to Paulo Retray for the fantastic pass. That was awesome. Oh, dude, Luka Ivanovic is injured again. Luka Ivanovic is injured again. How many times have we seen this, man? Poor guy can't get a run of luck. Jesse Daly's about to come on for Luka Ivanovic, who is down again. Come on, dude. Just get off the field, man. This has happened a few times this season. Luka Ivanovic is done. FML, just reading your message there. Hi, Lockie. Good to see you. Looking forward to tomorrow night. We need to really go for it against the Wanderers. Go Mariners. Yes, we do indeed need to go for it. And yeah, man. Hopefully a big win for the Mariners. Can't wait for it. Can't wait for it. LaFondra looking to get in behind for Sydney. Cleared away by Bar. So Sydney FC. Starting to get on top now. We go over Adelaide United. Are there more goals? Are there more goals in the wings for Sydney FC? Remember against the Mariners, they were only up 1-0 at half-time against the Mariners. And remember that second half? It was around, it was a bit earlier than this in the game, but they really clicked into gear in the second half and started grabbing the goals. Meanwhile, Jesse Daly is on for Luka Ivanovic for Brisbane Roar. Melbourne Victory. The onus is on them to win this game. If they want a top 2 finish, this is a game they have to win. They will view it as a winnable game. Brisbane Roar sitting lower down on the ladder. Chris Economides looking to combine with Davidson on the left. Stubborn defense once again. Jack Hingett getting physical. Kind of says, I feel for Luka Ivanovic. He was great for us at Sydney. His injuries is probably why we sold him, because he was great for us. Yeah, man. I mean, there's a few of those strikers when you look at Ivanovic and Tilio. Sydney let go. Wonder what it would have been like if they had stayed at the Sky Blues, but they just left for more game time as well, I think, too. Hey, Davidson, here's a chance for victory. It is advantage played, and it's a great chance. D'Agostino's shot is tame. Tame from Daggers. And Jordan Holmes has got the ball, but he's hurt himself. What happened there? The boot to the face? Jordan Holmes? Goalkeeper for Brisbane is hurt. Meanwhile, here comes Sydney FC. Ball in the middle. Easy save for Joe Gauci as a foul. Here's a replay of the Holmes incident. Oh, there was just a little poking by Economides. Didn't mean anything by it, but he did cop Jordan Holmes. Where was it? His arm? Oh, his elbow. Oh. Jordan Holmes has got heavy strapping on his left elbow, and has he just hurt himself? They've got Macklin Freak, the substitute goalkeeper, on the sidelines. Kind of says I don't like talking about Tilio. Corica was crazy selling him, especially when you look at what he's doing now, Marco Tilio. It makes it more painful for Sydney FC fans. Here comes Craig Goodwin, who can put in a decent delivery. This one is cleared by Warland. Entering a really interesting part of both of these games. Starting to enter the later phase, the final quarter, if you like. Adelaide won't want to settle for a loss at all, of course. But, of course, due to the top six race, if Adelaide lose, there's still the pressure of them, missing out the top six. It is still close. When you look at MacArthur and when you look at Wellington, MacArthur and Wellington will be loving this scoreline, I think. Oh, they'd probably prefer a draw, actually, as we're talking about before. But still. And look, for Melbourne v Brisbane, probably the two teams on the top are probably loving this result. The two Victorian rivals, Western United, Melbourne City, would love to lock in the top two spots. Victory chasing that top two, and if they can't get the win here, it might be difficult for them. Oh, long-range strike from Alex Parsons. Goes straight into the hands of Kalava. Ooh, is there an opening here for victory? Davidson with space. Goes for Economides on the left. Economides cutting back inside. Brillante can't control. Brisbane clear. Max Burgess coming on for Milos Ninkovic. Substitution that we see every single week just about. Connor says, yeah, I love seeing Tilly with the Olympics, and even now when he gets game time for the Socceroos, it'd be great for him to come back in the next few years. Can see him getting a European club getting him. I agree. I think he will go to Europe real soon. And hopefully a good Socceroos career coming up for Michael Tilio. More changes for Adelaide. Ryan Kitto and Nathan Kostandopoulos entering the field. 1 day's off, as is Josh Cavallo. Economides. Victory. Starting to really push for this goal. Not cohesive enough in attack, are they? Sorry, no, my bad. Cavallo is still on the field. It is Zach Cloth who has come off for Ryan Kitto. So it looks like Cavallo will be playing in potentially that number 10 role. And we were talking about it. Who was it? Who was saying it earlier? Was it Cameron? Someone was saying earlier about, maybe it was Brock, about Cavallo and how he's more of a midfielder. And well, here we go. Oh, well, that's a good cross by Cavallo. Almost finding Ibusuki. That midfield role already working for Cavallo. Ball comes in. Here's Goodwin. Oh, almost a chance for his second header of the game. This one goes wide. It's going to be a corner. Zach Clough hasn't done much for Adelaide, says Brock. He's been a bit quiet. He's quiet most games, I find, too. He hasn't really done too much for me. Alan says, unpopular take, Tilio overrated. I probably agree that is an unpopular take. I don't agree with the take, but I agree that it's unpopular. Did you hear about Mohamed Touré leaving Adelaide? I did, yeah. I did. Ooh, dude. Goodwin teed that up for Yavi Lopez, but his strike went wide. Final 20 minutes in both games. Melbourne victory. Still without a goal. Who would have thought? Credit to Brisbane Roar, who have defended really well, who has had a leaky defence at many times this season. But here, away to AAMI Park, one of the most intimidating atmospheres in the A-League. Here comes victory. Rojas. Goal kick. Or was it a corner? It's going to be a corner, and Brisbane Roar players are complaining big time. It's hard to tell. It's sort of rebounded all around the place, hey? Three corners each between Melbourne, Victory and Brisbane. It's been very even. Meanwhile, Sydney looked to attack down the right-hand side through Caceres. In for Grant. Big chance, Sydney FC. Ryan Grant. Whoa, dude, how's it not gone in? Sydney FC so close to a third. Across the face of goal, not in the back of the net. Ooh, meanwhile, Brisbane Roar survive another victory corner. Connor says, I'm actually really surprised that MacArthur haven't challenged for the Premier's plate. I was tipping them and City before the season. As many people were, and rightly probably so, because of the squad they built with Craig Noonan, Devere, and Urich, and Uscock. It's a decent side, wasn't it? But they've just been a bit too inconsistent at times, haven't they? When they're good, they're very good. When they're bad, they're quite poor. 26. Did they just see 26 fouls in this game? They have a Brisbane Roar, both teams, all up. There you go. Between the Melbourne Victory and Brisbane Roar, 26 fouls. Cyrus Demi is onto the park. Looks like he's on to replace Juan Lascano. Here comes Jake Brimmer. Can't find D'Agostino. Man. We've only seen one goal so far in the second half across both games. That one came to Trent Bahagia for Sydney FC to put the Sky Blues back in the lead. My 2-1 prediction still stands. But here comes Ibusuki because Warland has slipped. Ibusuki has played central. Cavallo leaves it for Kitto. Oh, straight at Redmayne. Ryan Kitto so close. Here comes victory now. Economides. Oh, that was close. Two very close chances. Was it D'Agostino with a header, in fact? Oh, dude. Melbourne victory so close as well. Wow, man. Woo. Who do you think is, based on form, each club's best player right now? It's a good question. Well, it's a long question to answer, obviously, because to go through all the teams. Who do you think is, based on form, each club's best player right now? I'll start with my team, Mariners. Josh Nisbet, easily. Josh Nisbet, the Mariners are doing very well. At Adelaide United, has to be Craig Goodwin. Melbourne victory, Marco Rojas. I mean, I'm just rattling some off the top of my head right now. We were talking about Caceres earlier. He's probably best in form for Sydney FC of late. But Bahagi's been very good too. For Melbourne City, I'll probably go Curtis Good, who's been very good in defence. Lockie Wales has been very good for Western United. What about you guys? Who's your informed player in your team? Let me know in the chat. Who's the informed player in your team at the moment? More substitutions for Melbourne victory. So Margiotta is on for D'Agostino and Velupile is on for Rojas. So some fresh legs in attack for the home side. Cameron's in here with the Matildas update. Matildas 3-1 over the Black Ferns at half time. How good. Brace to Sam Kerr, hey? So many seagulls at Amy Park, man. As always, of course. It's just not as... Victory aren't as... Not only are Brisbane defending well, but Victory aren't as cohesive as they usually are in attack. Simply just wayward passes and just... They're not moving the ball fast enough, you know? Even now, they're just going backwards. Switching it around. They're trying to look for the opening, of course. But nothing... They haven't found the key to unlocking Brisbane Roar so far. 75 minutes into this game as well. Meanwhile, here come Adelaide United. Craig Goodwin with a good chance. Oh, dude. Craig Goodwin has been the star man for Adelaide United tonight, but some of his strikes have been off target, man. The header went in, but their strikes have been off target, funnily enough, with his feet. Kind of says in Colorado was a baller for real. Yeah, man. We love Benny. We love Benny. D'Agostino. Yeah, D'Agostino's been fantastic for Victory of late. Change for Adelaide United. George Blackwood on to replace Ibusuki. George Blackwood, former Sydney FC striker. Will he haunt his former side? Hiroshi Ibusuki. Almost found the back of the net in the first half. There's almost a glimmer of hope for Brisbane Roar now that they might snatch something out of this game, which would just be remarkable. But while they keep it scoreless, there's a chance. Anyway, here comes Adelaide. Bernardo Oliveira. Bernardo Oliveira still. Costandopoulos. Lopez, Adelaide are building nicely here. Sydney looking to hold on to this lead. Grant heads clear. Still on for Adelaide. Cleared again, this time by... Was it Caceres? It was. Sydney FC survive. And look to come down the line through Bahagia. Trent Bahagia. Well done, Lockie Barr, who stayed with him. And is it going to come back for a free kick or a corner? Here come Victory with an opportunity. Delivery is headed clear. Economides. The goal has to be coming, man. The goal has to be coming. Davison. Oh, dude, that was a dangerous cross. Veluplay couldn't get himself to it. And Brindle South comes away on the counter. Sydney FC choose to go back with that set piece. Margiotta for Victory. Switch of play. Ooh, works out well for Guerrier. Here's a chance for Melbourne Victory. Jason Guerrier. Velupale. 1-2. Guerrier still has to go back. Too many orange shirts in the road. Velupale down the right. Nishan Velupale delivers. Margiotta. Oh, so close for Victory. So close. Meanwhile, apologies. As I stepped away to get a drink of water, I missed that Lafondra chance. Jazza Boy saying LaFondra should have buried that one. Here comes Davidson for Victory. Davidson inside the box. Hacked away by Brindle South. Goodness me. Oh, dude, and Jordan Holmes claims it. Connor says, how does Alfie miss that? I can't believe... Dude, I literally stepped away for like 2 seconds and I missed a crucial chance. Yeah, man. Yeah, Robbie is indeed the Mariners' digital media manager. Had him on our FFA Cup final day Instagram live. If you guys saw that one, had a chat with him. So, 10 minutes to go across both games. Of course, just to remind you guys, if you're just tuning in, the clock is following the Sydney Adelaide game. And again, if you haven't done so already, feel free to hit that like button. It does help me out a whole lot. If you have been enjoying the stream, so glad you guys have been here for this one, man. We're going to check on that ladder in just a second and how it's looking. Keep that live ladder updating because it's looking quite fascinating now that Sydney are in the lead. Massive 3 points it will be for Sydney FC, who have really turned things around after some shaky form across most of this season. Couple of wins in recent weeks. Have gone a long way. Oh, well done, Burgess. We're going to keep an eye on the victory action now because here comes Davidson down the left. Davidson delivers. Good ball. Guerrier. So close. Goes wide. Goal kick. Anyway, here comes Bahagia for Sydney. Counter-attacks all over the place, man. Can't keep up with it. Adelaide survived this one. Long ball for Goodwin. It's not over. It's not over. Here comes Craig Goodwin. Cutting inside. Can't find a teammate. Melbourne Victory making another change here. Curta coming on for Brillante. Sydney should have scored a lot more, says Person 1201. They've had their chances, haven't they? That delivery from Bahagia just a moment ago was not up to scratch. Luciano Narsing is going to come on to replace the goal scorer, Trent Bahagia. Good to see Narsing get some more minutes. And there's going to be a change for Brisbane Roar. Anton Mlinaric, the defender, preparing to come on. Perhaps just looking to hold on to this clean sheet in this draw, Brisbane Roar. Which, look, they'll be happy with, I think. Top 6 is sort of out of, pretty much out of reach. Oh, Cyrus Demi's in. Here's a chance for Brisbane Roar. Cyrus Demi. He has to tee it off. And Hall goes down. That's a penalty. That's a penalty, Brisbane, surely. No penalty. Oh, my gosh. Brisbane Roar so close. Henry Hall goes down. I want to see a replay, man. I want to see a replay. Oh, my goodness. Well, Cyrus Demi. Roderick Miranda made an absolute hash of it at the back. Oh, what a chance, Henry Hall. No, it's a great challenge. It's a great challenge from Jason Gary, man. It's a great challenge. Wow, dude. Wow. Meanwhile, Connor says, we need a third, or I feel Adelaide will make us pay soon. Never write them off, Adelaide. That's what we know. That's what we learnt. Oh, my goodness, man. Oh, Brisbane have won a free kick. Victory fans are blowing up. And it's a yellow card for Lee Broxham. Dude, the Victory fans are livid right now. They are screaming. Yeah, I want to see a replay of that, actually. Is it a foul? Oh, he tugged him a little bit. But Haw absolutely dived. Henry Haw absolutely dived there. He did. Look, he tugged him, so I get why he wards it. But Haw just drops to the ground. Cameron says Penn 100%. I thought that initially, but on replay, it looked like a really clean tackle from Gary. He just poked the ball away. Fantastic tackle. Wow, so Brisbane Roar, free kick here. Jay O'Shea can put in a decent delivery, even though it's from this far out. Jay O'Shea, chance for Brisbane. Far post, it's Neville. Delivers. Demi. Still on. Parsons. Parsons! Oh! So close for Brisbane. Dude, credit to Brisbane Roar, man. I mean, the star-studded game was Sydney-Adelaide, 2 top 6 sides, but Brisbane have put up a really good fight against Melbourne Victory tonight. Here comes Narsing for Sydney FC. Can they find a third? Comes away. Yazbek. Burgess. Kind of says I need LaFondra to score for my sanity. He might still yet. He might still yet. We're going to keep an eye on the Brisbane game now because here's Jay O'Shea with another set piece. Corner. Floated in. Oh! Oh! Scott Neville. So close. Dude, I know in the first half we're talking about Melbourne Victory and how they should be in the lead. Brisbane have had enough chances to get something out of this game. Brisbane could win this game for sure. Wow, dude. Dude, they've come so close. Dude, if you're a Brisbane fan, you're freaking out right now because of the number of chances they've had. Victory have come the other way now. Davidson down the left. Great defensive work. Cover from Neville. Quick throw. Cleared away. Still tension in Sydney-Adelaide, though, as Adelaide look to push for a equaliser. Remember, if Adelaide lose this game, there is pressure on them. There are teams breathing down their neck on the ladder. We're going to have a look at the live ladder in just a second as we enter the final stages of both games. Cavallo. Popovic. Dude, tension across both games. We're keeping up. The eyes keep flicking. Eyes keep flicking down, man. Up and down. Bernardo Oliveira. Victory. They'll be disappointed if they can't get away from this, anything out of this game. Here comes the cross for Adelaide, away by Grant. He's had a great game. Ryan Grant has had a fantastic game. Goal in the first half. Defensively solid in the second. Back for Cavallo. Chance for Adelaide. Cavallo has looked lively since being shifted up into midfield. Space for Yavi Lopez. Sydney under pressure. Here we go. Oliveira goes down. That's no way. That's a penalty, man. He's just slipped. He's just slipped. Oh, man. Gee whiz, dude. Sydney could catch him on the counter-attack. Here comes Luciano Nothing. The ball's going to be too heavy. Let's have a quick check at the live ladder, how it stands right now. Here is how it stands right now. So look at that. Sydney FC go up to 34 points. Yes, other teams have games in hand, but that is massive, man. They only have 2 more games to play after this, the Sky Blues. 34 points. Adelaide down on 31 points. And look at that. Look at that. Look at all the teams so close to them. Wellington, MacArthur, Mariners, Jets, all with multiple games in hand on Adelaide. They're only 1 point ahead of Phoenix. Dude, it's worrying. It's worrying for Adelaide United. If they lose this, they certainly haven't secured a place in the top 6. Nowhere near it. Nowhere near it. So a draw, though, changes the story a little bit for them. Here comes Narsing, Sydney FC. Could they grab a third here? As Adelaide have committed numbers forward. It's Lafondra. Adam Lafondra. Skies it. Skies it. Bagged a hat-trick last week. 3 sausage rolls. That wasn't his, it's not his night tonight. I'll say that. How did he miss his Jezza? Dude, that was a terrible miss, yeah. Meanwhile, in the Victory Brisbane game, is this going to be a red card? No, it's going to be yellow card. One of the Brisbane Raw assistants have picked up a yellow card for, we imagine, saying something to a 4th official. Oh, man. Second one. What is happening to Alpha tonight? Uncharacteristic, isn't it? So meanwhile, Adelaide have got a set piece in a good position here. Could this be it? Could this be the late drama for Adelaide United? Craig Goodwin. Chance with a good delivery here could create an opportunity. It is a good one. Oh, it's in. It's in. It's 2-2. Adelaide have done it. The late show. The late show. And it was George Blackwood who was returned to haunt his former side. Oh, dude. The scenes. The utter scenes. George Blackwood. Well, what a delivery. Craig Goodwin. Is he offside? George Blackwood just gets his forehead on it. Oh, dude. Incredible. Incredible. Adelaide at the death, rescue a point. And how crucial will that be in the race for the top 6? Adelaide needing a goal to hold on here. And this changes things now for Sydney FC too, more importantly. Meanwhile, while that goal was scored, it looks like we've had an incident in the Brisbane Roar Victory game. There's players down. And there's a bit of a coming together, is there? Let's have a look at the replay here. Oh, no, dude. Oh, no, dude. Davidson and Jake Brimmer, 2 Victory players, have just had a massive collision. And Brimmer's looks like he's been knocked out. He looks completely dazed. Completely accidental, of course. Just two mates just running into each other. And Brimmer's getting treatment at the moment. But Adelaide United. Cameron loves it in the chat. Cameron loves it. Pizza Time loves it. Wow, dude. Costa loves it. Adelaide fans are going off in the chat. Plenty of Sydney fans here. Plenty of Adelaide fans here. Dude, there's still time. There's still time, of course. We're into the injury time now in the Sydney-Adelaide game. How much injury time? Dude, we haven't even seen how much injury time we've got. It hasn't come up on the broadcast yet. Has anyone seen how much Injury time we got. Up the res is Cameron. Go United says Costa. Dude, that could be a massive goal. George Blackwood, the former Sydney FC striker. Oh, Rojas, you just joined. What has happened, dude? You've missed a lot, man. 2-2 now between Sydney and Adelaide. Here comes a free kick for Sydney. Headed away. Caceres back inside. Away. It's head tennis right now. But Adelaide are working it out. It's going to be a free kick. So 5 minutes of added time. 5 minutes of injury time in the Sydney-Adelaide game. There's also 5 minutes of added time in the Victory Brisbane game. There we go. That works out nicely there. Oh, dude, man. Testers Aussie says, I'm a Perth fan, so I was going for Sydney. Louis Dorigo is about to enter the field for the final moments of the game to replace Cavallo. Meanwhile, they're still treating Jake Brimmer here in this Victory game. So we certainly will see more than 5 minutes added on here. Stefan Negro is about to enter the pitch to replace Jake Brimmer. So, set piece now for Sydney FC. Can they hit back with a set piece of their own here? Caceres to deliver. Here we go. Ball comes in. Headed away by Yavi Lopez, who's been very strong this game. You can see we're standing up now. We're in standing desk mode because it is the final moments of what are two crucial games. Grant delivers, flicked on. Caceres. Can he bring it down? He can't. Head collision, but we still play on. He's not going to stop the game, is he? Adelaide coming the other way. Dude, the utter scenes if they grab a winner. Oh, dude, Wilkinson's there to clean up. Meanwhile, we're about to get a resumption in the Victory game, almost 2 minutes into injury time. So we're going to see the Victory game go to at least 97 minutes. Meanwhile, Sydney FC have the ball in the middle of the park. Paolo Retre. How's Brimmer? He looked a little bit rusty, but he was up and he was walking around. So hopefully he's all okay. Jake Brimmer. Terrible collision with teammate Davidson. Here comes the ball over the top. Headed away by Barr. Talbot's there in attack. Chips it over. Nice ball. Burgess inside. He's nursing. Oh, headed away. Oh, brilliant header. Who was that? Ryan Kyoto. Oh, mate. It is A-League drama and we love it. My heart is racing, says Costa. Long ball. Talbot inside. Straight to Gauci. Straight to Joe Gauci. Oh, mate. Oh, mate. Dude. We're having... Oh, dude, they're showing the VAR line for the Blackwood equaliser, and it is so close. It is so close, but I think the foot of whoever that defender was, the Sydney FC defender, is just keeping him on. How close was that? Dude. Football is a game of fine margins. Ain't that true? Oh, mate. Thank God for Kiddo, says Costa. Mate. It is spicy. Was Craig Goodwin a former Sydney FC player? No, I don't believe so. Craig Goodwin's played for Melbourne Heart, Newcastle Jets, and now an Adelaide United star. So, we're in the final minute in the Sydney-Adelaide game. Ball comes forward for Adelaide. Here's Craig Goodwin. Bad chance. It's 3-2. It's 3-2 Adelaide. They've scored. That's a massive goal. That's a massive goal. That's an insane goal. Oh, my God. It's huge. Oh, my God. No. No way. Chat's going off. Oh, my God. It's crushing for Sydney FC. And it's elation for Adelaide United. Moments ago, we pulled up the live ladder and they were looking like they were going to slip out. Craig Goodwin, ball comes over the top. Oh my God, terrible defense. Wilkinson and Ryan Grant, two Socceroos defenders, can't deal with it. And Craig Goodwin, another Socceroo, is there to hammer it home. He kisses the badge and Adelaide United go into fourth position on the ladder. Scenes. Can't believe it, dude. Jezza Boy says, what is that defending? Up the res says Cameron. Yes, says Costa. Adelaide United with the equaliser. And that was elation enough, but they've just kicked it into overdrive here. Insane late drama in this crucial top six clash. Sydney FC have to throw everything forward. Are they out of time? They might be out of time, man. We are past the allotted injury time. It's insane. Oh, my goodness. Dude. Sydney FC, where they look back to those chances that Lafondra had, that Bahagia had. And it's going to cost them. Inconsistency has cost Sydney FC this season. 5-0 against Mariners on the weekend. Their best performances this season by far. And have slipped late here against Adelaide United. And that is full time. I cannot believe it. One of the most remarkable finishes to a game we've seen this season. That completely changes the context of the top six, man. Because Adelaide United, now 2 consecutive wins out of nowhere. Oh, dude, Reds fans are loving it. Brock loves it. Costa loves it. Oh, mate. Insane. Meanwhile, the Victory and Brisbane game is still going on. The drama's in Sydney. But we are in the final stages of the Victory Brisbane game. There's now been 7 minutes of added time, and we're in the final moments of that game now. So we'll get the clock ticking now so that it's following the Victory Brisbane game as we follow the final stages of that game. Will we see a goal? Will we see the deadlock broken is the question. Or is it too late? Is it too late for Victory as they look to chase second spot? All right, clock now following the Melbourne Victory Brisbane game. Sydney and Adelaide is all over 3-2 Adelaide. An insane win. Victory have 20 seconds to go. 7 minutes of added time. It's Victory who are looking to push, as we'd expect. Will they be held scoreless here at home? Throw in. 5 seconds to go. They have to send it. Guerrier. Long ball. Davidson. Can't get a shot on target. Is that a penalty? No, it's a free kick, is it? It is a free kick. It's a free kick for Brisbane. Oh, wow, dude. And it's full time. Between Melbourne Victory and Brisbane Roar, and that game has ended 0-0. Dude, I said it before the stream, and I'll say it again now. You cannot predict the A-League. Oh, gee whiz. We all expected Sydney FC at home to get a win here against Adelaide United. Adelaide struggle away to Sydney. And after the win on the weekend against Central Coast Mariners, the big 5-0 win, we thought they'd get the home win here. Adelaide have rocked up and had different plans. Melbourne Victory. A really impressive Melbourne derby performance against City. 3-0. Couldn't crack the Brisbane Roar defense. Fantastic performance by Brisbane Roar, man. Superb performance. Victory can't find consistency, says Rojas season. Oh, man. Dude. Football 04 says Sydney have played 4 more games than Wellington and are only 1 point ahead. Wellington have 2 home games coming up. Sydney is either coming 6th or not making the top 6. Football 04, I agree. And that is how massive this result is. We can't underestimate how massive that result is. This game has been flipped on its head in a matter of minutes. And let's look at the ladder right now because it is completely different. We're going to pull up the live ladder for you in just a second, and we're going to have a look at this all together. This is how it stands. Check it out. For both of these sides, for a few of these sides in the top 6, but specifically Adelaide, Sydney. Look at that, man. Sydney FC, we're going to be hitting 34 points, and needed that because they've played so many games this season. But as Football 04 just mentioned in the chat, Sydney FC, you can see there in 5th place on the ladder. And look at the team behind them. Wellington Phoenix, 1 point behind. How many games in hand? 4. Dude, in the 2021-22 season, you can almost guarantee that Wellington Phoenix will finish above Sydney FC. It almost has to happen. Wellington Phoenix played 2 games back in New Zealand to finish off this season. They have to win. They're certainly going to win those games. Wellington Phoenix are almost guaranteed to finish above Sydney FC. What does that mean for Sydney then? As you said, Football 04. It's going to be a sixth place finish at best for Sydney FC. Now, when you look at the other teams, MacArthur, 3 games in hand on Sydney, only 2 points behind. Mariners, 5 points behind in Sydney, but still 4 games in hand. And similarly for Newcastle, 4 games in hand, 6 points behind Sydney FC. There is a huge opportunity now and a huge opening for those 4 teams to now crack it's wide open. The bottom spots of the top 6 there, 5th and 6th place. And look at Adelaide United now. I mean, 23 games played, yes. Those teams below them still have games in hand. But 34 points just gives them that buffer for now against the other teams. Dude, I don't know if we've seen a more topsy-turvy finish to a game. The result goes the other way, it's completely different. But Sydney FC, who only have 2 games to play. And remember, one of them is the Big Blue. They're playing Melbourne Victory. That's going to be a tough game for them to win, as is the last game of the season for them, which is away to Brisbane. Sydney aren't guaranteed points in the final 2 games of the season. It's going to be very, very hard for Sydney FC to finish any higher than 6th this season. Wow, man. I can't believe we're saying that, man. Especially after the weekend, 5-0. Oh, Zaxter's saying that that's the first time Adelaide have beaten Sydney since 2015-16. There we go. That loss is massive, says MRI. Yeah, dude, it really, really is, isn't it? It really, really is. Oh, mate. So that is how the ladder looks right now, man. It really is. It really is interesting stuff, and every game is going to be fascinating. When you look at the games tomorrow night, Wellington Phoenix play Perth Glory. You'd think that's going to be a win for Wellington Phoenix. That's already going to put them above Sydney FC, and still with a few games in hand. Mariners could well get a win against West Sydney Wanderers tomorrow night. That'll bring them up to 29 points and getting closer to Sydney FC. Man, dude. Can't keep up with it. Every game, every week, it is changing. It is dramatic stuff. Guys, thank you so much for being here for it. If you haven't already, please hit the like button. It is a great way to show your support. And if you're not subscribed, please consider doing so. We do a whole lot of A-League content here, plenty of live watch-alongs, and so much more. Guys, this has been a very dramatic night. And I'm glad you guys have been here. We've carried each other through this, man. This dramatic night. Sydney 2, Adelaide 3. Melbourne Victory 0, Brisbane 0. This has been another A-League watch along with me, Lockie. See you guys in the next one. Have a good week.